Hey movers and shakers, Jay Burnham here with the 7-Figure Moving Academy. Want to talk to you about something that's pretty serious right now in our country. It's called the coronavirus. But you know what? There's a lot to be said about the coronavirus, good and bad. And there is going to be some downside, but there's also going to be a lot of opportunity if you start now. So let's talk about the coronavirus. The coronavirus is a flu-like disease. It's a virus. It kind of gives you the same thing as pneumonia. And quite honestly, the press has blown this up tremendously. The problem with the coronavirus blowing up in the media as much as it did was because of the secrecy surrounding its development, its creation, its genesis, if you will, over in the Wuhan province of China. China had kept that to a secret. They didn't expose it. They didn't let people know what was going on until it was too late and the spread of this disease went globally. However, due to the unprecedented actions of our president that we have, he did things that were completely unprecedented and closed our borders almost immediately as he soon found out that this could be a potential disaster. And unlike other countries that didn't, like Italy, they have over 10,000 cases and multiple hundreds of deaths. Our president has stopped that. Now, what's going to happen globally, nobody really knows. But here's what's going to happen, in my opinion. We are about, per all the experts that I listened, we are about several months away from the apex, the actual culmination, the actual top of the peak of this disease, which they say is going to last to about the end of April, early May. It could go a little bit longer per some experts, but pretty much all the models say in America that this disease is going to peak right around late April and early May. That's kind of a bad news for us as our peak moving season starts in May. However, because it's going to peak in May, it's going to start coming down. But we're going to see a lot of other adverse effects. You can see it right now in the hospitality industries. You can see it in the van line, the airlines rather. You can see it in other industries like public transportation, sporting events. All of these events are being closed down. Trade shows and conferences are being shut down. We were supposed to go to the AMSA, the American Moving and Storage Association with Logistics, here in this coming weekend, and that has been canceled. Now, what's going to happen is a lot of companies depend on the revenue that is coming from these conferences, these trade shows, these sporting events. That is going to cause severe economic downturn in this country. It's going to put a stop to our country's economic boom that we were experiencing. And I actually think the stock market's going to crash even a little bit more. I think it's going to hit a support base of around 19,000 to 20,000 points. It could go lower. Obviously, I'm not a prognosticator, so I cannot tell you where it's going to go and where it's not going to end and all that good stuff. But it does seem like that it's going to go right about 19,000 and stop, and it's going to kind of bounce around there before it starts coming up. I do think that if the CDC gets a handle on it, and they will get a handle on this disease, like they've gotten a handle on all the other diseases that have come into our, that have been a pandemic or an epidemic, like the swine flu and the bird flu and Ebola and SARS and all that good, happy stuff that's been happening. This is going to, I feel, and this is what my personal opinion is on it, is that this disease is going to go away very, very rapidly as soon as the CDC gets a handle on it, gets the vaccine out. There are already some reports have already saying that they've got some vaccines. As long as we can get this tested and so on and so forth, I think we're going to really do really well and get this done very quickly. The sooner the CDC comes out with that information, you're going to see things come back alive again. People were very happy with the economy, and I think the economy will boom right back to where it was or even higher than where it is right now, currently in present time. So I don't think we need to panic that far, but there is going to be long-lasting effects within the communities, especially the hardest hit economies and industries like the hospitality industry, etc. What's going to happen with these different industries or these different trade shows and everything where people depended on the incomes coming from those trade shows, those conferences, those sporting events, you're going to see, especially in those, you're going to see an immediate downturn in income that's going to bring the economy down overall, which means it's going to lessen the amount of money that's going to be circulated in our country. However, our president and our financial institutions are already combating that eventuality by lowering interest rates down. There's talk about cutting the income tax rates and extending income taxes and all that good stuff. So there's already projects and plans in place and activated already to make sure that our economy is going to boom once again to where it was and even higher. And I really feel that it's going to do that. But there is going to be some long-term effects. So those people that were in those industries that are affected adversely very directly, like in the hospitality, and those people that were in those that were depending on the income coming from those trade shows, they're no longer going to be able to make that income. That means they're 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, whatever it is, or even more. They're not going to be able to make that money because of the effects of this, which means they're going to have that much money less. That's going to trickle down all the way down to the consumer. You're going to see a lowering in home sales because people are going to back off from trying to sell their home in this climate because they don't know what's going on, if they're going to lose their job or if they're going to be put on a hiatus with their job, etc. So people are going to back off a little bit, and you're going to have to be prepared for that, right? So our season is coming up very, very quickly. It is going to be affected, right? So you got to count on, you're probably not going to have the same season that you had last year. And many people, the majority of movers last year had a tremendous season. And I don't think you're going to have that same season this year. I could be wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I really don't think it. I think people are going to back off. So you are going to see a little bit of a decline in our industry with the season coming up, especially with this apex of this disease going to be hitting us right around the starting of the season in general. So do prepare for that. Hopefully you guys are prepared for that. You got a little bit of cash data. If you haven't, time is to get out there. You need to start going out there and knocking on doors. But wherever there's a problem, there's lots of opportunity. So this is what I would really suggest you do. Right now, with people staying home, they're ordering lots of things online. I have a friend who's actually works for UPS, and he says that he is busier than ever. I have another friend who's working for Amazon Prime. He says he's busier than ever. People are ordering a lot of things online. You're going to find that stores are going to be wanting people to deliver things. So furniture stores, grocery stores, anything that has large items. This is a great opportunity to get in the door, knock on those doors and say, hey, look, I can offer a delivery solution. So when people buy online, you can actually provide a service delivering those items. So this is one area where you can actually put money in your pocket that will help you get through this down time. So that is one avenue. Another avenue that you want to do is maybe small package delivery from business to business. Like I said, UPS, FedEx, Amazon, they're all inundated. There's going to be more than enough business for you to start talking to some of these businesses, especially in your local area, saying, hey, I can give you delivery services at such and such a cost, and you can get those small package deliveries within a certain area, which you can then, because you are local and because you're only going to have a certain area to deliver in, you can actually do a better service than UPS or FedEx or even the post office. So this is an opportunity for you to get involved in. Another opportunity for you to be able to get involved in is disinfecting. It's cleaning, deep cleaning into offices, apartment complexes, sporting locations, wherever people congregate, where there's a large amount of people getting in there and doing a cleaning service. You can actually offer a cleaning service to your customers as part of the moving package. So before they go into their new home, you can offer a deep cleaning where you'll go and disinfect all the doorknobs, the bathrooms, the kitchen handles, sinks, everything. Just wipe down all the countertops, everything that gets just disinfected, buy some, couple gallons of Clorox and offer that cleaning service to them, as well as offering a cleaning service when they move out from the home now. And this will help to allay a lot of people's fears. Another thing that you might want to do too, to just give yourself that little extra edge, you might want to have masks that will go over your guys' mouth and nose while they're moving. So you can say, hey, look, we understand that this is a situation. We're going to provide masks for our crew in case to give your guys some peace of mind. And those little things that you could do to make sure that the customer is going to be free of the anxiety and hysteria that this virus is causing, which isn't that deadly. It isn't that horrible. The flu kills more people than this virus. However, it's the unknowns that causing the hysteria, and that's the problem. And this hysteria is what is fueling these problems. So if you can ally yourself to the customer and mitigate their anxiety of the unknown, you're going to have an opportunity. So these are a couple options. Another good option would be to have some sort of, some sort of disinfecting kind of service. Like if something's coming out of storage, maybe you want to go, hey, look, when your stuff comes out of storage or whatever, we'll wipe it down and cleaning. That could be an extra revenue source for you. So these are some of the things that you can do to really mitigate the economic downfall that is going to happen this year, right? Some of you are going to fail, and that's just the harsh truth of it. You're going to be in areas that are going to be affected very, very harshly, and that's unfortunate. And some of you will not see much of a downturn at all. But for the most of you, you're going to feel some of the effects. You're going to feel some sort of effect throughout this year. And if you don't do something now to add to your bottom line, if you don't do something to bring in that income that you are going to lose, it could be a lot worse. So hopefully this gives you some sort of idea. I'm not trying to scare you, because quite honestly, I really think that this whole thing is going to be done by the beginning to end of May, and we're going to be able to get back to our lives. However, there are going to be some long-term effects that you need to be aware of and understand that's going to happen, so that you are prepared for it, right? I would not get into price gouging. I wouldn't be doing that, but I would be offering services that will help to add to your bottom line. All right, guys, thank you. I hate bringing up this video. I know this video is not something that's going to be evergreen, because we probably never hear of the coronavirus ever again, which is a good thing, really. But guys, hopefully I've given you some good perspective of what's going to happen in the industry, as well as some good ideas on how to counter those adverse effects. So if you guys got something from this video, you like this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know some of your ideas of what you're going to do to add to your bottom line during this crisis. As well, if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so by subscribing, liking, and comment. This adds to the YouTube algorithm and makes my videos do better, and I get a benefit. So if you want to contribute to me, please contribute by liking, giving me a thumbs up, commenting, and subscribing. Guys, thank you so much. I wish you the very best of luck. And like always, go and do something great today.